Good afternoon, and thank you for tuning in to Energized Delaware Live. My name is Angie Bivens, and I'm an energy advisor with a few of Energized Delaware's residential programs. And I am so excited on today to be bringing you a topic that I'm sure all of my viewers could use on today, and that is 5 basic tips on ways that you can weatherize your home and save some energy this winter. So, with that being said, before we jump into our 5 quick tips, I do want to go ahead and talk a little bit about Energized Delaware. So, Energized Delaware is a nonprofit organization, and we've got over 16 programs all around delivering renewable services like solar and other energy efficiency services to who? You guessed it, Delawareans. So, on today, I'm going to be talking about weatherizing your home and prepping it for winter. Now, at the end of this presentation, I'm going to also tell you about some really good programs that can weatherize for you at low or even no cost. So you definitely want to stay tuned. But let's go ahead and get into these topics on today so that we can learn some stuff and then you can have your afternoon. So with that being said, dun, 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 your 5 tips for weatherizing your home. All right. So before we get into those 5 tips, real quick, I do want to touch on what is weatherization. What does it mean to weatherize your home? Wintertime is definitely the time when you want to weatherize, because weatherize is basically kind of protecting or proofing your house against the elements like the sun, wind, rain, and soon to be snow that will come against your house. All of these items on the exterior of your home can put extra weight on the interior, causing you to use more energy. But by doing a few things in the house and reducing your energy cost, you can save yourself some money on that electric bill this winter. So what are some of those tips, Angie? I never thought you'd ask. So first tip, and we're going to cover a few different areas of the home. We're going to start with mechanical. And mechanical just means any area or items in the home that use a large amount of energy. So these are your bigger items in the home that are drawing the majority of energy. And we're going to start with our biggest energy user, number 1, which is your heating and cooling system. So heating your house in the winter is one of the most expensive things you will do. So every little bit you can do around your heating unit is going to help you save energy. So the first tip is to lower that thermostat. I know, don't start throwing things at me just yet, but definitely for every few degrees you're willing to take down that thermostat, that's a few percent that you can save on your energy bill. So the recommended setting, the recommended degrees that you should set your thermostat to in the wintertime is 68 degrees. 68 degrees. Now, I'm an honest person, so I'm just going to tell you, 68 degrees is not going to feel the same in every house. So here's my recommendation to you. Find the lowest setting that you can stand in your house. It may be 70 degrees. It may be 72, because there are other factors in your home that can determine how hot or cold your home are. But find the lowest setting that you can stand. Pause for effect. Then I want you to put on some socks, maybe even a sweater, and see if you can take it down a few more degrees, even 1 or 2 degrees. So for some families, if you're used to having a really warm house, I would suggest trying to lower your thermostat in increments. This would help everybody else feel a little more comfortable and help you get to your goal. So let's go right into tip number 2. Tip number 2, we're still in that mechanical area. We're going to deal with the second biggest user of energy in your home. And that second biggest user is your hot water heater. So again, everything we can do around that hot water heater to save energy is going to save us some money this winter. So first tip is to lower the temperature of your hot water heater. Now, I completely understand that everyone viewing may not know what their hot water heater is set to right now. But here's the tip I'm going to give you. You should not be able to make hot chocolate right out of the faucet, right? That means it's set up way too high. But there is definitely a way that you can find out what it's set to. One, you can take a look at the hot water heater and see what the setting is on it. Or there are some things you can purchase. You can purchase a hot water gauge or just a regular thermometer and try using that. Now, the recommended setting is 120 degrees on your hot water heater. For most of us, when your plumber installs the hot water heater, they usually aren't really thinking about energy efficiency. So what they tend to do is just set it to the hottest setting so that you'll be comfortable. You'll know you have that hot water, but definitely turning it down a few degrees is a huge energy saver, because the hotter the water temperature is set to, that's the more your tank style water heater is going to cycle on and off. Now, if you happen to be watching and you have a different style of water heater, let's say, for example, you have an on-demand water heater, which isn't the tank style, then that's a little bit different. And I wouldn't worry about adjusting your temperature setting. But definitely, if you have a tank style, like the picture you see there, I want you to go ahead and find out what it's set to so that you can lower it. Another quick tip is that you can use something called a hot water blanket. If the outside of your tank is warm to the touch, meaning you have some heat loss, check it out. Now, if you are interested in getting a hot water gauge, just so you know, we've got some virtual weatherization workshops coming up next month. Go right to energizedelaware.org and find our energy workshops under the HEC program, and you can sign up and you can actually get a free and weatherization kit, which includes a water testing gauge. So just a little bit of information there. And if you want to know more about those workshops, again, check out our website, or there'll be a toll-free number at the end of this. So let's jump into number 3, moving into energy efficiency itself. Tip number 3 deals with the lighting in your home. I know if you've watched any number of my videos, you have probably heard me talk about energy efficient lighting and how awesome LED light bulbs are. So I'm going to give you a quick runaround as to our explanation as to why these are so energy efficient. So 2 main reasons why LED bulbs are energy efficient. The first reason is because they use a lot less energy. A 60-watt light bulb, the incandescent that we all know of, the glass type bulb, uses 60 watts of energy. A 60-watt equivalent LED bulb uses, that was my drum roll, only 9 watts of energy, just 9 watts. And then point 2, another reason that the light bulbs, that these LED bulbs are so energy efficient is the amount of time they last. So a standard glass incandescent bulb usually lasts about 6 months. Whereas the average LED, and you see it on your screen, and it's the truth, they last on average 9 years. 9 years. So next time you're going down that lighting aisle and you're looking for a bulb, don't just shop by price. Don't just grab what you're used to. Make sure you're getting LED bulbs. And you also want to look anytime you're buying light bulbs or anything that plugs in your home, anything, any appliance, any electronic, look for that blue logo that you see right there on the screen. That is the Energy Star logo. Energy Star is actually a government rating through the EPA, the Environment Protection Agency. And what this star rating means is that the item has actually been deemed energy efficient and it uses less energy than its counterparts. So when you're purchasing your light bulbs, or again, any item that plugs in your home, look for that Energy Star logo. And we're halfway through. Next, let's move into the building shell of your home. So what DIY, do-it-yourself tips can you do within your home to save energy? And the biggest tip I'm going to give you, the key to weatherization, if you ask an expert, is to seal up those windows and doors. In the picture that you're looking at right there on the screen, you'll be able to see that this is actually the front door, and there's about a 1/4 inch gap at the bottom of that door. So a quick and easy fix to that, a few things, you could literally just roll a towel and put it down at the base of the door, or in the picture there, what they're using is something called a door sweep. And it basically just provides a barrier. so that that gap is no longer functional and that air can't move through. Now, a 1/4 inch gap may not seem like much to you, just a little peak of light. But the reason why this is important in weatherizing your home is that 1/4 inch gap is about the same as having any window in your home open a 1/4 inch. It's letting air come in and out, which is going to cause your heating unit to work more, which again is going to raise that energy bill. So you definitely want to seal up any gaps, any cracks that you find around your windows and doors. So how do you do that? Let's talk about it real quick. So step one is to check around the frames of your doors and around the seals of the window. And what you're looking for are any air leaks. You can simply use your hand and you just run your hand along it. Anytime you feel air hit your hand, that's an air leak and you need to seal that up. So a few things you can do, and we'll talk about these really quickly. But again, if you want more in detail instruction, come back next month for our virtual weatherization workshop. And we'll make sure that you learn more about caulking and weather stripping and all that stuff. But the basics are, if you have a gap or a crack that you need to seal up, you can use regular caulk. There's also something called rope caulk, which is kind of more like putty or Play-Doh. You can also use weather stripping. Weather stripping is that seal. When you open your door, you'll see it usually looks a little bit like foam, but it's a seal that's around the door itself, so that when you shut the door, the frame and the door create this perfect bond. If that wears out, you can literally take a picture of it, go to Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, show them, and find some replacement that you can put on that weather stripping. Now, if you're dealing with an entire drafty window, or sometimes there'll be a draft even underneath the door, as you seen a moment ago, then you can use the door sweep as seen in the picture, and those come in various forms. They come in plastic. There are some metal ones. You could walk into any store and take a look at the different options you have there. For the windows, you can purchase window film or something called a window insulation kit. It usually looks like a very large piece of plastic, and you place it around the entire window and use a hair dryer to create a seal that blocks out that outside air. Another item that you can use for drafts in your window: room darkening curtains or just really heavy drapes. They actually create a nice barrier so that the air that's trying to come in through the entire drafty window gets stopped right at the curtain. So definitely take a look at those options as well. Now, lastly, we want to cover just a few things under health and safety. So this is our final tip for weatherizing. You definitely want to inspect your smoke alarms, any carbon monoxide alarms that you have in your house. The best way to weatherize your house is just to take one full day, maybe a Saturday or a Sunday even, and just go through your home and check off each of those places that you need to weatherize and take care of them. Now, while you're doing that, this is a really good time to also check your smoke and carbon monoxide alarms. So check them, see if you need to change the battery, if you've got a chirp going on, you want to take care of that. These are definitely not items that, you don't want something to happen and they're not functioning. So take care of it now. Another step that you want to do under health and safety, because we're weatherizing the home, we're actually making the home what we call tighter, meaning that we're making sure that none of that outside air can get into the home. So with that, you also have to make sure that there is some ventilation in the house, especially in the rooms of the house where moisture happens, mainly your bathroom and your kitchens. So you want to take a look in those rooms, especially inspecting any exhaust fans. Some of us think exhaust fans are only for smells, but they are not. What they actually do is they remove the moisture in the room out of the room. For example, in your bathroom, if the exhaust fan isn't working and you take a shower, what tends to happen is the water from the shower will collect on the walls, creating mold and moisture, which is hazardous to breathe in. So the exhaust fan will actually remove that air and that moisture so that it doesn't remain there. So if you know of any areas where you've seen moisture collect or it's possibly mold, take care of that now, or even before you start the weatherization process, just to make a safer home for yourself. And then lastly, I want to encourage everyone to make a home emergency kit. Home emergency kit, especially with the possibility of inclement weather coming, you want to make sure this kit's available. Make the kit, make a kit for each person in your home. And in that kit, you want to include a few days worth of clothes, perishable food, any daily prescriptions, include a few days worth of that just in case. Also perishable items, items that run on batteries, a few extra batteries, and battery operated flashlight if you have those. So again, health and safety checks are just as important as the other weatherization items, and you want to make sure you're taking care of those. So lastly, before I let you go, just a little bit more information. Maybe you were looking through this and thought, this is all great information. I need to have it done, but I don't know when I'll have time to do it. We've got some amazing crews through Weatherized Delaware that would love to come out and do some weatherization for you. So first program I want to tell you about is a free option that we offer. This is called the Home Energy Checkup and Counseling Program. And yes, we can assist you with weatherizing your home. So what this program does is it begins your energy journey with a free energy checkup. So no charge for this as long as you meet the income requirements that are listed on the screen, meaning that for the number of people in your household, you would just need to find the number that coordinates with that. So just go right across the chart there, and you just need to make either at or less than the amount listed there. So for example, for a family of 3, the maximum household income allowed is $61,158. So if you meet that income limit, what we can do is, again, for free, we will come out to your home. It's about an hour-long visit from an energy advisor, and they've got just tons of energy information to share with you. But they're going to make recommendations of what you can do to save energy in your home. They're also going to tell you about other programs like LAHEAP or weatherization that can come in and do the work for free if you need repairs done, or even help you financially if you are having trouble paying your utility bill. And then lastly, before they leave, they will install up to $100 worth of energy saving measures. And that includes light bulbs, faucet aerators, shower heads, hot water heater pipe wrapping, and night lights. All of it at no charge. You definitely want to check out this program and see how they can help you. The second program I want to tell you about is our open market rate program. So this program has no income guidelines, but this program does have a few more requirements, and the financial responsibilities of the repairs in this program are on the homeowner. So this particular program is open to homeowners and renters with the landlord's permission that are in Delaware. Again, all of our programming is available to Delawareans. So this gives you a 2.5 to 3 hour full BPI certified audit of your home. During that time, they'll be looking for areas where you might be wasting energy or any areas where they can recommend you make upgrades. You'll get a customized report at the end of the audit, letting you know what your recommendations are, what you could possibly look to spend and return on investment with them. You'll also be able to get rebates on any upgrades that you make once you have your audit done, as long as you use a contractor in our program. So for example, I went through the program. I had my audit done for just $50. Normally the audit would cost you $300 to $500 on your own. So huge savings there, right? Audit done for $50. They let me know my heating unit was really ineffective and not working well. So I was able to get a new heating unit, right? Got it inspected. It's energy efficient. And I was able to get a check about 6 to 8 weeks after the work was done for having the energy efficient unit installed. And you can see all of our rebate amounts right on the website. So if you're interested in this program, feel free to go to our website, take a look. We'd be glad to answer questions and or get you signed up. And then lastly, I just want to tell you about our online marketplace because, in my opinion, it's way better than Amazon. And we want to make sure that you, as a Delawarean, are able to utilize the discounts that Energized Delaware has put on these energy saving products. So go right to our marketplace. It's energizeddelawaremarketplace.com/workshops. And when you get there, you'll see all the different items that we have for sale there. And those items do have both discounts from Energized Delaware and manufacturers discounts on the items that are available. For example, today is the last day. If you go there, we currently have LED holiday lighting, 40% off. Hurry up, run on over. Tell them Angie sent you. Get your LED lights quick as possible. So if you see this, this taping after the 15th, we will have new and other sales going on. So go ahead, feel free to check those out. Now, with all of that, I hope there was something that was said on today that you learned, wrote down, or able to take away from. But again, if you want to learn more about weatherization for your home, if you'd like to get a free weatherization kit, then go right to our website at energizedelaware.org. And if you look under the Home Energy Checkup and Counseling Program, you will see workshops. Go ahead and sign up for one and then attend, and you will find out how to get a $50 weatherization kit free of charge mailed to your home. So Energized Delaware is definitely here for all your energy needs. It has been an amazing 2020 or 2022 with everyone, and we're so excited to be going into 2023. Please tune back in next year. This is the last Facebook Live of this year, but we'll be back in 2023 ready to go. So stay tuned to the Energized Delaware Facebook page, the Energized Delaware YouTube page. You can even check us out on Instagram or Twitter, or the website. We're here to serve Delawareans. Again, thanks for tuning in on today, and feel free to reach out to us with any questions or comments. Have a great day, everyone, and bye-bye.